Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, we're back for part 2 of the Osiris, okay? Now, anyone who can't see this review on Instagram, go to YouTube, D1 Vapes, okay? The link is in the bio. I'm Shay, D1 Vapes, here in Dublin. Anyone that's under 18 has no business being on this channel, okay? So, and just for anyone that's new or just coming across this video, vaping is a very, very safe, happy, fun way to get away from cigarettes. That's my experience and I love it, okay? Now, I done a little review the other day on the Osiris from Vaperz Cloud, okay? It's a 30mm RTA, okay guys? I went through the whole lot on the first part 1, okay? Now this is part 2. I'm meant to be vaping it for 2-3 days, okay? I'm vaping it in the same, I'm using the same juice that's in the Juggernaut. Now the Juggernaut is from QP, is an excellent RTA if you get it right. You need to put big, for me, I need to put big coils in it, okay? Big, burst, 102, 103 watts, 92, 97, that kind of wattage. Now, the Osiris, right? I said I'd come back to this and let you know this is part 2, and this is what this is about. Now, what I found out about it is, right? First of all, I was a bit disappointed, in fairness. You know, we have the Asgard, we have the Temple, we have the Sift, we have the Asgard Mini from Vaperz Cloud that are outstanding. Now I haven't got the Sift, so I'm assuming that are outstanding. Like the Asgard is probably the best RDA you'll ever have, or I've ever had anyway, from Vaperz Cloud. Now, I didn't want to buy the 25 because I heard the flavour was a bit muted, but I heard this was good. Now, there's a few people over in America gushing about this thing, yeah? And, like, I thought one guy was going to start crying. You know what I mean? Like, how good it was, and the airflow, and the juice flow control, it's knocking it out of the park, and how to take off the deck at the bottom, and, yeah, you know, you take it off with the F and the O, whatever. There's a big debate over what they mean. My first initial thoughts on it was I was unhappy. I was unhappy. I was Jesus Christ. You know, you're expecting something like the Asgard, aren't you? You know, Vaperz Cloud. Well, I was expecting a flavourful. Now it wasn't bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. And then I was thinking, Jesus, should have got to 25. And so I've been watching what other people say about it. There's a few that were like telling the truth and saying, look, I'm a little bit, they didn't say I'm a bit disappointed. Flavour's okay. You know, you'd hear people saying, the flavour's not bad. The flavour's, you know, you're not hearing anyone saying like the flavour is fucking top notch. Well, one or two. Now I bought this, so I don't get it for free, so. Now, what I did then was I started experimenting around. It's okay of an RTA, okay? I'm not finished yet, okay? So bear with me. I took out, I put into fairly substantial coils, 0.08, 4 wraps. It's the UD stuff I like. 4 wraps in a diameter of 3mm, okay? Packed out the, you know, cotton done right in the 4 corners. It's all right. It's okay. It's vaping okay. Now I had 2 that was Nichrome 80. I had 2 Cantol 2.5 inner diameter coils there that eSig1. Thank you eSig1. Charlotte sent me on an order there a few months ago. There was a pack of coils from some crowd. And I says last night, I'm going to put it in. Or yesterday, I'm going to put them in. Now, the problem there is that it's 2.5 mil, so you can't get an awful lot of cotton in. So, but the reservoir, the 4 reservoirs to fill up your cotton, it's because the cotton's slimmer, let's say, it doesn't fill that area. If you don't fill that area, it leaks. Okay? Okay, it leaks. You have to fill the area where your juice flow control, you know, if you don't, it's going to spill out of it. Now, that's acceptable. I accept that. That's no big deal. But I got it with those 2 coils. I got an amazing flavour out of it. Okay? But the only problem was that the cotton was too narrow to go into the... So what I did was, I took it apart last night, and I just got 2 little... instead of taking out the wick, I just filled up the corners with cotton. You know, just tipped it into it so that it filled out the 4 sections. Yeah? I hope you're following me on this one. So that it didn't flood. It didn't flood and it didn't leak. And it works perfectly. And it doesn't leak if you do that. If you do it right. If we wick this right, it won't leak. No. But I didn't wick it right. Basically because I hadn't got enough inner diameter in the coil to get a proper piece of cotton through, you know what I mean? And I like 3 mil inner diameter. So when I done that, everything was rosy. But if you don't do that, it'll leak. What else did I find? I have it knocked down to, there's 11 openings, I think. 3, 6 and 5. There's 11 openings on each side. They're like honeycomb, but they're little slots going down. Okay. Now, if you have that wide open and you're sleeping in a box room and your nana's next door in the other room, you'll wake her. Yeah, it's loud. It's loud. You'll wake her up. Yeah. If you're vaping at 2 o'clock in the morning through a paper wall, you'll wake somebody. It's fucking loud, yeah? That's with 5 open. Now, I've got my spot at 5 open, 4 of those slots open on both sides, obviously. The flavour is excellent at that. Now, you have to be in your health to vape this. Huge airflow. Huge. Not very restricted. It's not restricted enough for me. So I'm down below halfway. Yeah. I've as much open, let's say, as the way the fully open on the Juggernaut. Yeah. If anyone has the Juggernaut, I have mine open as much as the Juggernaut on both. So that's the way I like to vape. So if this was fully open, I'd leave it in the drawer and you couldn't adjust it. It's impossible to vape. It's just too airy. You'd want to be fucking 6'6" and built like a shit house with lungs like to pull through on that airflow. It is huge and it's noisy. Now, when you drop it down, it obviously becomes quieter. But listen to it now with 5, okay? Now it's smooth. It's smooth airflow, but it's loud, okay? Now, it's passable, with 5 or 4 slits open. But other than that, I found it to be very loud. Open full, I knock it down. If you don't pack out your 4 corners where the wicks go, it'll leak. But if you do it right, it won't, okay? It needs to be up at high watts. Obviously, it's a 30 mil. I wish it was a little bit tighter on the dome. I wish it was a bit smaller. And if the dome was a bit smaller, it would give us more space for juice. Now, I'm filling it, when I'm filling this with the straight glass, I'm filling it longer than it takes to fill the Juggernaut. So it takes more than the Juggernaut, 4.5 or something. And way more than the 26 from Reload. I would put this in line, just the Juggernaut and the 26 are very close from Reload, and QP are very close to my best RTAs. The two of them, there's not much in the two of them, but this is a close second. Okay, it wouldn't be as good as the 26 for a restricted draw, and it wouldn't be as good as the QP for that silence. The Juggernaut is quiet. compared to this. It's loud, yeah? Okay, guys? It's very well built. It's a beautiful RTA. It's perfectly built. The tolerance is good. I heard the tolerance on the 25 isn't great with the O-rings. And the tolerance on this is excellent. So far. Will I be keeping it? Yeah, I won't be putting it on up for sale or anything. No, I like it, and it was expensive enough. Now I was sick at the start. I have to say, it had to take me a few days to get it right, you know. And another thing as well, putting on the deck when you're, you know, you have to find a little notch that it fits in, and then lock it on the bottom. That can be a bit tricky as well. Okay, getting used to the Juggernaut was tricky because it's reverse threaded to open it. So I've got used to that. So I'm sure that we'll all get used to the Osiris, the way it's finicky in certain ways. Okay, and that's what I found with this RTA. Okay, guys. Now I don't get it like this sent to me. I bought this. So you know, if it was sent to me, I'd be saying the same thing. That's the bottom line. You know, it's just the way it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? So I'll leave it at that, and I hope that was a bit of help. Would I recommend it? Yeah, it's good. If we done what Grim Green said, would I seek it out if, you know, the FDA if the FBI were coming after me? No, I wouldn't. But it's a good RTA, and I like it. I'm happy with it. You know, I'll be keeping it. There's a lovely flavour from it. But you really have to be healthy to draw it out. This, you know, you have to. It's like, it's hard work to vape it. You know what I mean? It's you're not enjoying it. You won't be chain vaping, put it like that. No, you'd want the fucking oxygen you out there, pumping oxygen into you to vape it, yeah? But anyway, there you go. That's all I have to say about it. Thanks for joining me.